Asema my hands are tied. Asemi kuyu, asema my hands are tied. Uguuliza chief officer, why you not working? My hands are tied. You go to the ground, things are not working. So, Madam Speaker, while I sit down, I commit to my oath, which I took. And I will ensure, moving forward, that I will do what is supposed to be done. And if one thing to be done is total oversight to the executive. And when we find they are not doing the right work, we also have microphones outside. Tutaongea. Ndio wananchi watutoe kwa hiyo lawama. Saa yote ni sisi. Mheshimiwa Muli, you know the pain we are in Mwala. Kuna shida, barabara hakuna. Tutolewe kwa hiyo shida na tuachiliwe, kila mtu abebe msalaba wake. So kuyu akuje, usimpatie mpaka Monday na asiogope sisi. We are very intelligent people. Akuje na watu wake hapa hata kesho ama Wednesday. We ask him questions, he answers questions. Then based on what we have, then we'll be able to make our decision on the way forward. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Brian. Given some, we have the minority leader. Let me give him an opportunity first, then we go to you, Honorable Katiti. Is that okay?
Thank you, Madam Speaker, or Madam Chair. Number one, I'm sorry today I've kept so quiet, and it is not my usual behavior. I have 3 reasons to behave the way I'm behaving. Honorable Speaker, as I was coming to this committee, I received a call that one of my relatives has hanged himself.
Oh, so sorry.
I went to drive back to see, and I just found him hanging on the tree. That is why I don't look like myself.
Sorry about that.
That is point number 1. Point number 2, Honorable Speaker, I'm keeping quiet because we have laws that govern or that directs on how this house should operate. Last time when we were speaking here, I asked a question and nobody gave me an answer. Why do we have laws to govern and bring order and give procedure on how things should be done? Number 1, I'm requesting the honorable members to cool down, because what we are doing is exactly what the Constitution and what the standing orders mandate us to do. So there is no cause for alarm. Number 2, Honorable Speaker, our standing orders are very clear on what is supposed to be done if at all the assembly want to get information from any person. The Constitution also stipulates standing order in the Constitution, or Article 195 of the Constitution, gives the assembly or any of its committee powers to invite or to summon. What I want to say here, Honorable Speaker, there is a difference between an invite and a summon. Our standing orders says if an officer from the executive committee or from wherever is invited and he or she decides not to honor that invite, the standing orders give us a second invite, which is a reminder. And I believe every member is aware of that. Then, if the said person or officer does not honor that invite, that is when we now move to summons. And Honorable Speaker, The law also tells us if summons are issued and that particular officer designs to defy the summons, it gives the assembly powers to write to the DPP to arrest that particular person and take him to court. That is a procedure. I'm saying what I know. If you know something else, just wait for your turn. So, Honorable Speaker, the beauty of the matter is that you have given a date. And I treat that as a reminder of today's invite. Because you are just within what is stipulated in our standing orders. So I don't want to agree with those who are saying you have made a mistake of giving another date. We still the minister is not off the hook. We have a date with him. So, Honorable Speaker, that is why I'm saying the executive asks what it's supposed to do, and the assembly asks what it's supposed to do. Let no arm of government interfere with the other arm of government. As an assembly, this is an independent institution. Honorable Speaker, yesterday I was in Arambe with some members here, Katangi. We were about 12 members of this Honorable House. And Honorable members, I'm on record requesting the pastor in church not to hurry up. In fact, they were saying that we should finish very fast so that we can go. And I told the pastor that was the only safe zone where we can relax at least, worship, and maybe have peace. Outside there, things are not as people expect. The appointing authority, who is the electorate, want answers from us. Why is it that Machakos is dark? Not forgetting Matu. The Mlikamwizis are off and they want answers. Why is it that our roads are not graded? And those answers they expect from the elected leaders. Honorable speakers, if we are not careful, the turnover is going to be very high. The turnover. Mheshimiwa Brian Kizila is an expert in counting the days that are remaining. And he has taught us that we have 2 years, 5 months, and how many days? 4 days. As they say, these wise men, a day has 12 hours, and a night has 12 hours. If anyone went to increase the number of hours for a daylight, or increase the number of darkness, or reduce, either way, the only available option is one. If you want to have 14 hours of daylight, because we have 12 hours, you wake up at 3 a.m., you will have increased 3 hours. If you want to reduce the number of hours, you sleep up to 10 a.m., you will have reduced the number of hours for that particular day. Honorable Speaker, time is not on our side, and if we are not careful, if the cockroach makes the noise it makes, or it crows at 3, and you pretend that there is any 9-8 left, you continue sleeping, the sun will point at you while on your bed. Time has come for us now to wake up, do what is supposed to be done by ourselves, and let what is supposed to be done by other people do. So, Honorable Speaker, the reason, and the third reason why I was quiet, in most cases when I speak fast, some members tend to think that whatever Ndawa has said is what we have to follow. Today I've kept quiet. I give members an opportunity to speak so that it does not appear as if I'm directing my speak to coerce people to go that direction. Honorable Speaker, the members have pronounced themselves. And it is evident that there is need for members to have a meeting with the said officer so that the information that the members require or the information that the assembly wants, we can be able to get that information. Honorable Speaker, Article 35 of the Constitution gives everyone, including the rank and file, right to access information. Whether held by an individual, whether held by a group of people, or whether held by an institution. It is a constitutional right. And Honorable Speaker, no one is above the law. If one is summoned, let him or her appear. Let him give his side of story. Then, from there, the House will make a determination. Honorable Speaker, I've heard my colleagues saying that you have erred somewhere in giving, when you are giving your communication. I would also advise that as the chair of the committee, you have a right to give what we call a considered ruling. After we have deliberated now, after this discussion, you have a right to give a considered ruling. And the ruling you are going to give, that is exactly what we are going to abide by. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to say that I sit in the Budget Committee and also in the Committee on Finance. And when we were discussing here, somebody went and said, it is Honorable Ndawa who said so and so must be summoned here. So I'm saying this today. As an assembly, any resolution made by an assembly is not an individual resolution.